What up, what up, what up? It's your boy LQ, Mr. Real Deal Fantasy, and welcome to another great episode of First in Fantasy with my boy Alonzo Duce.
Sir, what's up? What's up? The fan favorite with the hottest takes. What's going on? Glad to be
Jesus.
back.
See, look, I always introduce you like you're some type of wrestler coming down for its match, and then you come in and say something wild like that. Like, come on, bro.
I'm glad you do it because War Games is coming up, Survivor Series. There's War Games
Ah,
getting into this playoffs. Honestly, that's what's going
facts,
on.
because our division is great. Like, I'm not
What?
even gonna sit and act like I'm at the top, not sweating. I'm sweating because I put in a lot of work to get there. I ain't sweating because of y'all.
Yeah,
Let's
listen,
be clear. Look,
I'm
let's be
I'm
clear.
sweating. The way my team is just crumbling. It's like crumble cookie. Like after that first bite starts crumbling. Yeah, that's my team right now. It's really bad. Eight
I got
teams
your
is
ex
like right there.
roommate. I got your ex roommate this week, and I'm letting him pop off, get in his head, do his little Rocky Balboa, get in the mood for his bout this week. But we know the outcome because I told you, and I'm gonna have to tell him like I told you, like, come on, bro, you can't mess with the best.
Listen, you're not the best. You is just blessed with I'm saying two extra draft picks. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh my! So we cop and please for something that
That we talked
I
about.
negotiated.
We talked
I
about this beginning
negotiated.
of the year.
Yes, we did, and it's
Negotiations.
reaping the benefits right now. Like, my team is looking like the team, and it's because each and every week, bye weeks, I got the depth. I got the depth on top of depth, and I still got the depth.
Listen,
That's why I'm at the top because I got the depth.
all I'm gonna say is I would probably be undefeated had I had my second draft pick, which would have been Saquon Barkley. But
Oh,
that's
here you
neither here
go.
nor there. That's
Oh, that's
literally
how
what
you
a bet.
trying to transition.
Yeah,
That's how you
yeah,
trying
we're
to
gonna
transition into
exactly.
the
Exactly.
next topic.
MVP Saquon.
Too bad he
Not
ain't gonna win it.
LaQuan. Not LaQuan. Saquon running all
He
over them Rams. Let's talk
he
about
not
it.
gonna win it. He not
How
gonna
many
win
points did he put
MVP.
up? Like 48 fantasy
I
points?
don't know.
That's insane.
I turned the game off. I had to
I,
go to
I,
bed. I
I
had
could have
work.
I could have used those 48 points.
I had to go to work. So
Oh, me too.
I didn't see the game.
Me
I didn't
too.
see the results. Once my team, all my players play Sunday night and they ain't got a Monday night game, I'm all ready to week 13, brother.
It's crazy. You know what's funny? I was
It don't
actually
matter.
at work watching that game. It was entertaining to watch your team lose in spectacular fashion. I do
I
want
know
to
our
point out.
producer
I do want
guy
to point out.
smiling ear to ear.
I do want to point out. Y'all have some dogs on that D line. Y'all some
We
young
do.
pups. That's
We do.
coming crazy. We're gonna see what
That
happens.
Braden
I'll give you that.
Fish, Jared Verse, Kobe Turner, Byron Young. That is the line. That is the collective D line. Like, this is a defensive line that's going to be able to build for a long time. Like, we got at least 4 to 5 years with this exact group to be raising hell and getting better each and every week. That's the hope.
That's the hope. But y'all can't stop the run, and y'all clearly can't stop AJ
We
Brown.
can. Listen, we could stop the run, and AJ Brown had a great fantasy outing, and so did
Hmm.
Saquon Barkley, obviously. But more so, the Rams defense, they can't handle a top tier running back of that level of Saquon Barkley playing behind that line that was just completely more physical in the trenches than, our line.
Like I said, I gave y'all some positives, but it's mainly negative for y'all.
Yeah, it don't matter. We still going to the playoffs because that our division is
Are
the
you?
most suspect division. The Cardinals are sus. The Seahawks are frauds. They come our way, we put them back down. Stay in your place. We'll humble them again to let them know where they should be at in the division. Like, bro, come on now. What are we
Yeah.
talking about?
Honestly, y'all do have like the weakest division yet again. Yet
Yeah,
again.
49ers are on the down. They're trending all the way down to the core of the sun. How they're crashing out. Like, they're done.
Y'all guys, the Cardinals and Seahawks, and the Seahawks, I don't know what's going on with them at all.
Look, our biggest test is going to be against the Bills in a couple of weeks. That's going to be the first week of December. That's going to be one of those games where we'll figure out if we are as lethal, as dangerous as I believe they are to be.
Right. Okay. Okay. So, staying with LA. the Chargers let me down in the worst way. I,
It was
ladies and
really
gentlemen,
Quentin Johnston that let you down.
no, no, ladies and gentlemen, I am the number one Justin Herbert hater. I'm gonna let that be known. I do not like him. I already dropped him, and he once again let me down. He not even for fantasy purposes. He let me down to win the game. Like, can you
What league you
please,
dropped him in?
cutthroat, our league? I dropped him last week. I dropped him
Okay.
last week. hmm
All right. I need to see where he at so I can acquire him.
He's home. He's home.
Oh, so he's with your roommate,
hmm Former,
Mi- Mis-
former.
Mr. Aaron Davis.
Yes, but
Jesus.
I needed the Chargers to take the win since my Pittsburgh Steelers lost. The Ravens won, unfortunately, and now the division is looking a little up in the air. It's
Out
a
of
toss up.
reach?
Yeah.
Out
So
of reach?
no, we are still. I think we're tied now. And actually, I believe we're up
Yeah.
because we beat the Ravens already.
Don't you have to play them again though?
That is correct, sir. That is
You
correct.
might be out of reach.
Mm,
Yeah. I
mm.
don't know, because the way y'all played was just suspect. Like Russell Wilson did not look good. George Pickens was on his crash out era, and the running backs, I know it was snowing, but they were supposed to get majority of the work. But I ain't really getting nothing out of Najee Harris. I ain't really getting nothing out of Jalen Warren. I mean, he scored, but yeah,
Honestly, I'm surprised you actually even trust Najee Harris. I mean, I wouldn't
I
trust
have
him
to.
for
I
fantasy
have to.
or anything other than that.
You
Um,
gotta trust Najee just based on the volume, though. You gotta trust him
the
because
volume,
he's getting the ball a ton.
Jalen Warren is back there as well. So like, it's running back by committee, and I don't trust him, honestly.
Have you seen the waiver wire? Have you seen the running
Yeah.
back waiver wire? It
Um.
is spooky. My Amir Abdullah. Let's transition to waiver wires.
Yeah. Let's
Amir
do it.
Abdullah has found the end zone
hmm
twice
I'm about
off
to.
of catches.
I put in a little claim for him. I spent like my last $2. My last
Dog,
two
I don't
dollars.
understand how. What year is it?
It is
How do
early
we get
2018.
Amir Abdullah? Like
2018 when he was on the what is it,
28,
the Lions?
the Lions?
Yeah,
Jesus, like come on, like
before DeAndre
what are we
Swift,
doing?
before Jameer Gibbs and Monty.
Before everybody, he look. I don't wouldn't even be surprised if like we're missing a couple teams that he had in between. Like I'm
hmm
pretty sure he went somewhere else.
You know who he was playing with? This is a name. This is gonna be taken aback. Javid Best. Do you remember him? Yeah,
No,
exactly. Exactly. That's
it
how
sound it
long
sound.
it's been.
Oh yeah, I do
Yeah, yeah.
do.
hmm
Holy hell!
But
Wow,
yeah, we're struggling here. I know I'm
you're
struggling.
picking him up.
I told you I put my last $2 in to get Amir Abdullah. Hopefully I get him.
So would you drop Jonathan Brooks for Amir Abdullah?
I would drop Trey Benson for Amir Abdullah. I'm not dropping
You
Jonathan
wildin'.
Brooks, who just finally saw the field. Um,
I know, but I'm okay with dropping him. I'm okay with dropping him just based on Juba Hubbard has been playing well. Like
I mean,
there
I
is
get it.
literally no reason why to sit Chuba down for Jonathan Brooks.
I know
You
how.
can get that
Yeah,
development through camp through next year. It's not something that needs to happen right now.
right, and I agree. But like, boomer bust at this point. I'm not starting Jonathan Brooks this week. I started him last week. I don't think I had a
Why?
choice. I didn't have a choice. It
No,
was a lot
I'm
of.
glad you did.
It was a buy. Didn't trust Trey Benson. I think Ray Davis was on
I
a
would have took
buy.
Vince. I would have took Vince.
Mm, it is what it is. I mean,
I would have took Ben. There's no way I was putting Jonathan Brooks against the best run defense in the NFL.
hmm
No way.
I mean,
No way.
I look at it as boomer bust. Like, hey, he first game back, maybe he goes crazy.
Nah, you
Stranger
learned your
things have
lesson on
happened.
that one.
Stranger things have
You,
happened. I mean, I was going to lose that game anyway.
I mean, yeah, it's still, but you still want to show you got some fighting. I mean, you got some pride,
My
right? Like,
fight is
come on,
with
brother.
Justin Jefferson and Malik Neighbors, and you see what's going on with those two quarterbacks.
Look, I ain't got no words for Malik Neighbors. I told folks, y'all have public information, just like you and I.
hmm
I'm gonna go on a Neighbors rant real quick.
Go for it.
You knew Daniel Jones was bad. Hold on, let me look into the camera for this one. You knew Daniel Jones was bad. You knew he was in a terrible system. You knew the Giants had no idea what they were doing once they showed us Hard Knocks. And you seeing that, you
Mhm.
still went out there and drafted Malik Neighbors. So I tell those folks out there who drafted Malik Neighbors to suffer. Enjoy it. Taste it. It's a bad taste in your mouth.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
So good. It is nasty. Ill, ill, ill. Enjoy it because you made that choice. You took that cup of that yellow and drank it. I ain't gonna
This is
say
me.
what
This
I
is
want
me.
to say. I'm gonna keep it PG. That's full of the yellow stuff because you went out there and made the biggest bonehead mistake when you know when there's a bad quarterback, it's going to cap full fantasy potential for guys like Malik Neighbors.
It is what
That's
it
my
is.
rant.
We had this discussion before when I drafted my team. I had no second round pick. It is what it is. I'm gonna make things work. Justin Jefferson slid to number 11. It's
I don't
already
know
boomer
how though.
bust.
How?
It's already boomer bust at this point. You know,
Yeah.
I should have took Saquon. Maybe I'd be in a different position. But I'm happy with
I
my
think
team.
yo, and
We
the
exceeded
craziest thing,
expectations.
the craziest thing is that the top 10 fantasy running backs right now, only one of them were drafted in the first round,
That says
and
a
that's
lot.
Brees Hall.
Yeah, that says a lot. Because I seen
That's
Bijan go.
insane.
I seen Bijan go. CMC's not looking good.
It was CMC, Bijan. Actually, no, I lied. It might be two. It depends because Jameer Gibbs was on the back end of the first
Hmm.
round. So in times, I've actually got him at that 201 spot or the 202. So
Right.
like I can't even count Jameer Gibbs. But when you look at it, it was definitely CMC, Brees Hall, and Bijan. That's all we knew is like the three running backs going in the first round. And look how all three of them panned out. I mean,
Right. And once
Brees Hall
again,
to me was honestly the safest.
I mean, to each his own. Everyone would have went CMC. That's like it's neither here nor there. A lot of people. I'm a Jameer Gibbs
Mm.
fan. I probably would have taken him, but I thought I could get him in the second round
Here's the
in
thing.
most leagues.
Here's the thing about CMC though, bro.
Hmm.
He's done this before, where
Hmm.
he's led the league in touches, and that following year, he has a down slope. If it's
Every
injuries,
time.
if the team sucks, I'm not gonna say every time, but he has done this exact pattern before. Leaving Carolina, that following year, he played like 10 games. Then he was off the 49ers. And they've been through the last 2 years, at least the last two seasons, they've been sprinkling in like, oh, we're trying to pull back his touches. Why?
Mm, he's just not. He just
Why?
he doesn't have it right now. He's still
I will
recovering.
never ever draft CMC again at the 101 spot. He will never ever reach the top of the board ever again.
Honestly, if I'm at the 101, moving forward, I'm not drafting a running back. You can't pay me to draft a
No,
running back. I don't care if it's the
no.
consensus. I'm drafting a wide receiver, and I think
At
moving
least,
forward,
yeah.
just I'm just drafting wide receivers in the first round. No ifs, ands, or buts. I'll take my value where my value is. As you just said, it was like three, four running backs going in the first, and only one, maybe two is worth
One.
it. Like
Yeah.
that's bad.
Brees Hall.
That is
And
bad.
Brees Hall is not even like in the top five. That's the problem. He's
Hmm.
at 8 or 7. So it's like he's not even in the top five of where he was respectively going, which in the top five picks. But
Mind you, like
sometimes that's how the cookie crumbles.
yeah, yeah, like my team. But unlike my team, I you got running backs like Bucky Irvin showing out. Tony Pollard is doing his thing. Like you get value, more value in the later rounds for running backs.
No, you do. You absolutely do. And like the good thing about Bucky Irvin is that a lot of people were like, I don't want to say they were fading him, but they didn't believe in him having a role in that backfield
Hmm.
just based on how good of a fantasy season that Rashad White had. Like we all suspected Rashad White to have the same mirrored, basically year, but once they drafted Bucky Irvin, I'm like, oh, he's going to be running a rock.
Yep,
They want to
sure is.
get him involved early, and this is kind of like the slow walking we saw them do this first couple of weeks, and then it takes off. Rashad White sucks. Like he is literally a pass blocking, route running running back at this point who is just filling the void. Like he has his moments of like, burst and has his moments of making plays, but on a consistent 17 game schedule, he's not the running back you want to have back there alone doing that job. That's why you're seeing Sean Tucker going
My
out there
boy Sean. Let's go, Sean.
Stealing Bucky Irvin touchdowns. He gets you all the way down there and you take him off on the 2 yard line. Like, bro, that is disrespectful. I will be pissed off too, as obviously he was, but it's real nasty.
Listen, let my boy Sean Tucker get some love. He needs the love, honestly.
No, for sure. Like honestly, Sean Tucker, he had his moment. You know, when guys were banged up, and he put up like Derrick Henry numbers over there in Atlanta, and I'm like, oh, he got some ball to him. And it's good that I got him in a couple dynasty leagues where I'm like, all right, this could be something. He could be a fill-in if they move on from Rashad White, which I think they would. At this point, because I don't see the investment there to get him back. Because you have
Listen,
Bucky Irvin that could do literally everything that
everything. He's a
Rashad
three
White
down
can
running
do.
back. He's a three down running
Yes,
back.
yes. And you could see that in his game. He's explosive. He's hard to bring down. He can pass block, not as good as Rashad White, but he's out there running routes just like Rashad White. He has hands. Like he's an all around back, and once, pass blocking gets on his belt, which I think eventually, they'll probably get Sean Tucker back there to get his improved because he's a bigger back. But I think Bucky Irvin, for
Sean
the most
Tucker?
part, yeah,
No. Correct me if
but
I'm
he's
wrong.
bigger than Bucky.
I think Sean Tucker's like 5'8", 5'10" at the most.
Bucky is down. He's a short king as well, bro. I don't think Bucky is bigger. I mean, I don't think Sean Tucker. I mean, yeah, you got me messed up. Now you confusing me.
I mean, not,
But
listen.
you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. Hold on. Let's look it up. Let's check the stats. Sean Tucker.
That's what I'm doing right now.
Yeah. 23 years old. My boy out of Syracuse.
Who you
5'10".
looking up?
5'10".
And Bucky Over's 5'10", but 195 pounds.
Okay. I mean, fair enough. They both need to work on the pass protect.
Ultimately, that's what we're getting at.
Yeah.
You know. But at the end of the, yeah, he 205, yeah, whatever. But at the end of the day, how I look at it as Bucky Irvin, like last week was a layup matchup, people would say, but no, this is just him displaying the talent that he has at the highest ceiling. Like this
hmm
is the Bucky Irvin that deserves to be in fantasy lineups for the rest of the season without question.
Yeah. I hate that. Our league is not dynasty. Maybe I wouldn't have traded him, but mistakes
Uh,
happen. Mistakes happen. Before this episode ends, I want to talk about how I was correct about Noah
oh, we gotta
Gray
give
and
you your flowers.
Isaiah Likely. Let's talk about that because
That's
it's
crazy.
mirrors. I could see it. I saw it. I should have started Noah Gray. I should have just trusted my gut. I didn't. I might start him
You
this
trying
week.
to call yourself a tight end whisperer? I see
I am. I am okay. I was right about Sam Laporta last year. I'm right about Noah Gray.
Mark Andrews. We collectively came together on Mark Andrews' breakout season.
Yeah. Listen, moving forward,
I-
you can
I'll
drop,
give it to
you can drop Travis Kelce. You can drop Mark Andrews. The future is
hell no.
Isaiah Likely
No.
and Noah Gray.
I'm not dropping Mark Andrews because whenever Lamar Jackson's in the red zone and he's throwing it, it's going to Mark Andrews. I will never do that. I'm not dropping Travis Kelce because it's still Travis Kelce and it's getting cold outside and it's harder to bring him down. So no.
It's hard to bring down Noah
Noah
Gray too.
Gray, the only teams that I am picking up Noah Gray are teams that I consist of Hunter Henry, Austin Hooper, or even I want to say, man, I don't even know another tight end that's semi fantasy relevant. Like that's the
Dalton
tier
Schultz
that I'm
maybe.
willing to. Dalton
Ferguson.
Schultz, yeah,
Um,
yeah. Well, you should never pick up Parkinson because we don't care for tight ends in our offense to be relevant. But people keep going out there thinking, yeah, Rams tight end in the Sean McVay offense. He's a tight end coach. Like you clearly have not been watching Rams football
remember,
for the last couple years.
remember Tyler Higbee, the hype that he had.
No. Yeah, and I had to shut it down with a
Baby
hard
Gronk,
steel toe boot.
Baby Gronk.
And he ain't no baby Gronk.
You
Nah,
okay?
he ain't no baby Gronk. I
Okay.
did think that because I heard that. He ain't no baby Gronk.
I don't know what
That
radio
was the
you
power
listening
of
to in
media.
Cali.
Listen, not first of all, it wasn't Cali radio. It was definitely some type of ESPN bad
Uh,
commentating show. Like this is media was influencing me before I actually got in media.
right.
That I was a victim. Now I'm controlling the narratives and spewing the same
He was a
stuff.
victim.
I should say.
He was a
Yeah,
victim.
I
Okay.
was a victim. a bad analysis on ESPN.
And now you do your own, and it's a lot better than what you see on TV. This is why y'all gotta
Hey,
watch Down Money Media, this podcast, First in Fantasy. We spitting facts. We spitting things that you're not gonna see on TV.
all right, we're out of here. Listen, thank you guys for watching another great episode of First in Fantasy, and make sure you guys are liking, subscribing to the channel. Run it up. Make sure you head to the website downmoneymedia.com, and make sure you guys follow me at Real Deal Fantasy on all social media platforms. Do say close it out for us.
Listen, you guys can follow me on Twitter at Duce, not Deuce, and on Instagram, MF_Duce. It's been a great episode. Keep watching, y'all.
Yes, sir. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Put the right people in the lineups. Get those fantasy points. Eat good, live good, drive safe, drink responsibly. When you're talking real estate, you're talking money down, you're talking down money media.